Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jay Z father?
I really do.
You've been ducking this boy's DNA for all his life. Take this back.
Like I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else.
If you got $10 million, you go to listen. I don't want the world to know nothing about this because my image. If you go to money, I'm gonna take care of you. Nobody's gonna say no.
Chances are, just out of nowhere, random universal selection. This boy who's not related to you has your nose, has your mouth, has your brow line, has your hairline. It's like all of this just by accident.
I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life.
50 Cent is clearly enjoying this moment because Jay Z has just been hit with a major legal blow. A judge has ruled that Rymir Carter's paternity lawsuit is allowed to proceed, and Jay Z now has until July 18th to file his response. On top of that, reports claim 50 is paying Rhyme legal expenses and plans to include him in his upcoming documentary focused on Diddy and Jay Z. Things are about to spiral out of control very quickly.
And
Right.
because of Jay Z and so I think they still harbor some energy.
You think you were purposely left out of the ad?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think. I think that they were saying the NFL had some issues with me that I don't know what those issues. What is the issue? You see what I'm saying? Like, and I with M, because like with Nori was, we had communication. He said, yeah, that's why I talked to the big homie. They telling me the white boy really teach it out without fixing, right? And I'm like, that's when I start saying crazy stuff because I look and I go, oh, I should be going. Right? So he image himself after a gay painter. Okay. Big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
Oh my God, I think I know where we're going with
So
this.
now look, what I'm saying to you is when you start looking at, that's not mine, that's theirs, they are, right? But when you look at, M is looking at the entire legacy.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like with
This situation goes far beyond an ordinary paternity dispute. The claims suggest that Jay Z was involved with a 16-year-old back in 1992. Now the man who says he is his son is 32 years old and wants the truth to finally come out.
Met Jay Z and had intercourse with him. How old was she?
I would say I think she was about 16, 17, or 16, turning 16 or 17. I know it was one of them.
And Jay Z was what age?
I wouldn't happen to know. I think he was in his 20s.
I read 22. I think I read 22, but he was in his 20s.
Yes, I wouldn't happen to know his age, but 22, I'm pretty sure if they put that out there, then I really try not to get frustrated. Basically, I really try not to think about, I go on my life, but anything could happen, but I still gotta live for myself. At the end of the day, I still gotta work and bring in income for me. I can't sit around. I gotta get up off my feet and do something. I can't wait on the world. Like I can't say, I can't wait on anybody to want to respond when they want to. It is important that I know who my biological father is, just because my mom's health. I don't know if it's coming from our family or it's coming from the other side, and that would be something I really would want to find out because in the future you don't know what could happen. And a lot of people are so quick to judge because they see somebody coming out and try to find out if the person that, trying to find out things, they so negative to push you down.
What makes the story even more intense is the rumor that Beyoncé has allegedly tried to shut this case down from the very beginning in order to protect Jay Z and keep damaging information hidden.
When a friend of mine who knew her, somebody in her camp, and she said something supposedly, this is all hearsay, about regarding saying Rymir needs to go away little boy, something to that effect. It was something out there with the song they made. And then next thing I know, somebody was at my property.
Something crazy going on with this case. Honestly, I just want everybody in the world just to keep their eyes open and just watch things that happen, that just like how things unfold, because it's crazy. It really is crazy. These judges, these lawyers, this fraud, collusion. Who knows what it's for? Money or friendships or whatever they got going on. But I can honestly say that we should never go in the courtroom feeling like we're already the victims and we did nothing wrong. We did nothing wrong but coming here, tell you guys the truth, put our life on the line, come to every court case and give you 100% plus of us. And basically we just got stepped.
With 50 Cent adding pressure and a judge now giving the case real attention, chaos seems ready to erupt. People everywhere are talking, and many believe this lawsuit could shake everything Jay Z has created. His public image, his marriage, and his business empire are all on the line. So who is Rymir Carter, and why has this legal fight lasted more than 10 years? This man insists that Jay Z is his biological father and says he has strong evidence to support that claim. One important detail is that his birth name is Rhyr Satterthwaite, not Carter, as many assume. He has been pursuing this case since he was only 19 years old, which means he has spent most of his adult life searching for answers about his true parentage.
And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not as far as the proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have had to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I can take being embarrassed. Like, this can't take nobody not saying nothing. And
According to the claims, his mother met Jay Z while she was still underage. She became pregnant, and when she attempted to contact Jay Z about the child, he reportedly cut off communication. Now that Rhyme is an adult, he is determined to continue pushing for the truth.
I guess she thought I was old enough to know now, and she was saying Sean Carter, that's what she was calling him at first before she was calling Jay Z, and I really didn't know who that was because I was young, had my little brother, and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but I really just was going along with the person I was just seeing, like the person I looked at who was taking care of me at that time. I really wasn't really trying to understand what my mom was talking about, but she constantly put it in my head like, son, that's not your father, and I really want you to know it is. This person is your father, and I just want you to know. And she continued to tell me that over the years and over the years.
Rhyme godmother Lily Colley has stated that Jay Z representatives initially tried to settle the matter privately. There were even discussions about signing Rhyme to Jay Z record label because of his musical ability. However, the situation allegedly shifted and new attorneys stepped in, bringing a much tougher approach.
To contact me in any type of way, and that's all I'm asking is, like, I honestly really want the case to be over with. Like, I've been going through, just like I said, a lot, and as I said, I'm not chasing nobody. I'm not trying to do this to make somebody seem like a bad person, a bad father. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't go to the courts and get the truth, like, what is it really? Why what is it? I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life. And
so why did their stance suddenly change? Some believe they recognized the serious legal consequences Jay Z could face if it was confirmed he was involved with a minor. Beyond the age issue, there are claims that he transported a 16-year-old from Philadelphia to Brooklyn, which would introduce even more severe legal complications. It is no surprise that his legal team has aggressively challenged this case for more than a decade.
Satterthwaite, Wanda's son. She had it when she was 16. It takes 40 weeks to cook a baby. That means she was 15 when she got pregnant. Age of consent in Pennsylvania is 17. Was then, is now. And she was taken across state lines from Pennsylvania to an apartment in New York. Oops.
Oh.
That's how Rymir Satterthwaite made it into this world. Take the test, then. That's fine. We'll give you don't know Diddy. Take the test. You've been ducking this boy's DNA for all his life. Take the test. Do out there. You've been dead beating it your whole.
To sum it up, we now have a 32-year-old man insisting that Jay Z is his biological father, a mother who has passed away but left behind a signed written account of her story, and a judge who appears tired of endless legal delays. On top of that, 50 Cent is reportedly backing the case financially because he wants to pressure Jay Z and see how he responds.
Absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true.
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else. Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay Z?
That was interesting. I was saying things not knowing exactly what I was saying. I was going with like, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like, while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. So I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally is that those accusations are crazy.
I don't have no felonies. I'm not crazy or any of that. It's like, I just want the truth, and it's so hard to get it from the courts. And it seems like Jay Z don't want to say anything. So, I don't want to see him go down for something that you just got taken care of. That's it.
Nobody's talking about the fact that he is currently suing his first biological son to quiet him and put a gag order on him. Why would he be doing that? I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that Rymir's mother was a minor when she conceived Rymir with Mr. Carter, who was a grown adult. What kind of family man is that? You don't want anyone to know, you or your wife, don't want anyone to know who your actual biological children are, because most of them were created with minors while you were an adult. He's been in court with this young man for the past decade, fighting taking a DNA test. If he's not your kid, take the DNA test. Simple. The young man is not your son. Why have you spent so much money trying not to take a DNA test? Take the DNA test if he ain't your kid. You're such a proud family man. While you fight back the truth about your firstborn biological son, because you don't want nobody to know that his mama was barely 15 when you made her a mother and you were a grown man. I'm here.
Yeah.
Him and Blue.
The situation is becoming more complicated by the day. The timing could not be more difficult for Jay Z. With everything unfolding around Diddy right now, the spotlight is on powerful figures in hip-hop, and people are questioning everyone. There are even whispers suggesting that certain evidence connected to Diddy case might somehow lead back to Jay Z in unexpected ways.
Lawsuit coming for Jay. The part with Jay. I go, oh shoot, like. Right. Black excellence. That had to be there.
We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? In United we stand. It ain't nothing else.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. Billionaire brush, like,
I hate you, man.
Unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm going to be with you, because this year. Yeah.
Come on, bro.
That's right. What was interesting was that Jay-Z's camp basically put out a statement saying that Jay and Puff are not friends and they're not close at all or whatever else. Did you see the two of them interact a lot?
I seen them interact, but I wouldn't say they was close. I believe Puff felt they was close. But if you was a person on the outside looking in, like me and Uncle Paul used to always talk about it, me and D-Rock said, yo, why Puff kind of like sucking Jay off so much? You know what I'm saying? Because you'd be like, we done flew to 5 or 6, 7 different concerts that Jay-Z has. But Jay-Z is not at one of Puff's shows. You know what I'm saying? You look at the rock brunch where Puff will break his neck to get to the brunch. But Jay-Z don't pop up at any of Puff parties. You know, now I can only speak up until 2012. You know what I'm saying? And Puff was breaking his neck. At the end of the day, in our mind, we said, yo, we didn't even invite Puff to his wedding. When he married Beyoncé, Steve Stout and all of them was there. You know what I'm saying? And Puff was kind of in his feelings, but once again.
Oh, Puff was upset he didn't get invited to the wedding?
Of course he was. You know what I'm saying? But you got to remember, we're security, so we're bottom on the totem pole. So he's not going to show you that it really affects them until you have a little conversation with them, or you say something, or you overhear something. But he didn't get invited to that. You know, yeah, Jay came through every once in a while. Like if we was in a yacht in Sandra Bay or one of these places like that, Jay might ride up. You know what I'm saying? And it's more or less to show, yeah, I got a yacht too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm out here too. More or less than we're tight friends. I look at it as two people that's getting money because they did have some businesses together, and we did have to go to some meetings together. And it was like, this is how far it goes. We're not friends. You know what I'm saying? Like people ask me that all the time. I mean, Jay ain't really fuck. It was no personal into it. It would be like if Ron Burgos is flying from LA on his jet, but Jay Z just so happens to be going to New York too. We all end up on
the culture is changing and victims are finally being heard. Jay Z probably thought he could keep this buried forever, but 2025 is hitting different.
Every day, I also have my own kids to take care of. So it's like, it's been a journey for me. And it's just like, you know, I just got so much on my name right now. I never ask for money. I don't do interviews just saying, hey, Jay Z, give me your money, or I'm coming at the Jay Z for his money. I never did that. I'm not that type of person. I work for everything. The next is I'm just trying to basically make sure no other kids or nobody else in the world has to go through this. Basically, don't feel afraid to go to court and see if a person is allowed to be parents. You know, so many people are scared, and this is a big thing in the world. A lot of people don't have their fathers because they're scared to go out and search for them. And sometimes it only take a little search. You know, go search, and if it's wrong, we're adults. Well, most of us adults, even for the teenagers, this shows this being a role model for them, showing you can't go in the courtroom if you're doing everything correctly. You should be able to just get treated as equal as other person. I've always been a person that I never hate anyone. I don't walk around with hate for a person. So I try to teach my kids to just be the best that you can be. So that's just a model I go off. I would never hate Jay Z. You know, it was never that type thing. You know, I respect him for everything he did. And as I said, I've been going through a whole lot through these years because of this case. Like me and my mom, we done seen the worst. We done had people, you know, slander my name. Like you want Jay Z money. I hear it all. I want to fight until I'm not here no more. And it's never going to be against no one. Like, you know, I'm going to continue to fight. It'll take another 10 years, maybe another 50. Maybe I'll take this to the grave with me, but everybody can say I'll fought this.
Yeah.
He's come out and said, like, you know, this is just long-term harassment, man. He's like, this thing is just won't go away.
Long-term harassment. Do you know how disrespectful that is to a man that looks almost identical to you?
Yeah, that's his child. That's very disrespectful.
To a man that chances are, just out of nowhere, random universal selection. This boy who's not related to you has your nose, has your mouth, has your brow line, has your hairline, same straight knobby knees. It's like all of this just by accident. Just by accident. It's just a coincidence that this man.
The atmosphere in the culture is shifting and more voices are being acknowledged than ever before. Jay Z may have believed this issue would stay hidden permanently, but the climate in 2025 feels very different.
But I do know that I have listened to actual commentary from his godmother, Lil, who sat with a friend of mine, this close. I was there, I was present, I heard it come out of her mouth. Wanda was a minor. When she got pregnant. And like Wanda always said, he picked her up in Philly, but he took her to New York. State lines. To bed her while she was underage. Even though Lily was present around you.
Going back to the early days in 1992, Jay Z was still building his name in the music world. According to Rymir mother Wanda, she met him when he picked her up in Philadelphia and brought her to his aunt apartment in Brooklyn. About 2 weeks later, he saw her again, and after that he allegedly vanished from her life entirely.
She was very clear on the fact that Wanda was a minor when she was pregnant with Rymir, who was born a year before my son Devon. He came 92. That means she got knocked up in 91. He was well into his 20s by that time. Well into his 20s. Allegedly taking teenage girls over state lines. Got unlucky that condom broke. Poor guy. Or maybe that was just karma. Maybe God made sure that happened for a moment like right now. Disgusting. Don't nobody want to talk about the other kids that everybody denies. You know, to be a billionaire that can't get a loan is one thing. But to be a broke billionaire and a deadbeat dad, that's something different.
Yeah. You know, even Solange's son, the Daniel kid, he said he doesn't have a great relationship with Beyonce, Jay Z. What do you feel someone coming out saying, "Hey, Jay Z is my father"? What does that person want from a whole? He's saying he does not care. You think
his mother wasn't alive because that's what they said his entire life while she was alive. Denying him makes her a liar. That woman was on the phone with the judge who was harassing her, telling her, demanding that she stop filing for paternity when she gave way and died. His mama died on the phone. Trying to get proper acknowledgement to him. If your mama died like that, would you sit around and let people keep calling her a liar?
But my thing is this, like, this is how easy it is. First of all, kids come before everything.
Yeah.
I mean, because you gonna have problems with your kids sometimes, but if you got $1 billion, if you got $10 million, you go to listen. I don't want the world to know nothing about this because my image. You go some money, I'm gonna take care of you. Nobody's gonna say no. You're my son. I love you. I'm gonna give you money. I just don't want anybody to know about this. It's easy to manage. The fact,
but that starts with extortion. That's the first step of extortion.
Once
you give someone some money, you are now an ATF.
So you saying someone? No, your son. Like, there's a difference between someone and your son that you made. Right or wrong?
Still a stranger, though. Don't know.
It don't matter. But if you made him, you're a stranger because of you.
Yeah.
That's true. He's a stranger because of you. If you're a stranger, so my thing is, if you my son, my thing is, I think a son is something all men want. A son.
Yeah.
If once you have a son, you don't care. If he's 40 and you just met him, he's your son. You be like, yo, especially if you got the means to just do whatever you want. That's the thing I think a regular person like.
Dr. Lily Cole has shared additional details about Wanda account, which she says are troubling. Wanda claimed she met Jay Z when he was known by the street name Rock. The events reportedly happened in an area recognized for heavy drug activity, and it is alleged that Jay Z was involved in dealing there at the time. When Wanda discovered she was pregnant, she had no direct way to reach him. As a result, she listed her boyfriend Robert Graves on the birth certificate as the father.
All the fraud on the court, if we just let that, just pass and not say anything about it, they will continue to do anything they want. It's not just with us, it's with people in the world. Like, a lot of fraud and a lot of collusion that's just been going on and just been looked over. It's never supposed to happen. Like, I would not let that pass. I'm not letting the lawyers get away with that. They will not go in the courtroom with justice and just file like that and continue to get praised off it, or use this lie to benefit off all these years. Like, we've been going to court and our hard-earned money out there, and going in there to fight fraud. That's just that's craziness. That's really craziness. I don't think nobody in the world should have to go through that. You going in there, you paying your hard-earned money. You got these lawyers that just frauding and pit anything they want basically in the courtroom, and the judges is just allowing this to go on. I honestly believe that both of them should be hold it responsible for this, because this is you guys' job, and if the judge can't see this or overlook it. I can understand a mistake, but just throughout the years, to continue to overlook fraud it's just craziness to me. Like, come on, it's right there in your face. If you can't see that, then.
Years later, in 2011, Robert Graves underwent DNA testing, and it confirmed he was not the biological father, leading to his removal from the birth certificate. If Wanda had only been involved with Robert and Jay Z, then the implications become clear. That is when Rymir chose to pursue legal action himself. He first filed a case in 2010, and from the start the process was chaotic. He alleges that Jay Z legal team influenced lawyers and even judges to stall the matter. The case has been dismissed, reopened, transferred between courts, and postponed repeatedly over the years. At one point, Jay Z attorneys argued he could not be compelled to submit to a DNA test in New Jersey because he did not own property there. Rymir later presented documents claiming Jay Z did in fact own property in New Jersey during that period. At this stage, 50 Cent appears to be doing more than making jokes about Jay Z. He is reportedly helping finance what could become one of the most talked about controversies in hip-hop. With a judge now allowing the case to proceed and Rymir Carter standing firm, Jay Z may soon have to directly address the claims. The July 18th deadline is approaching quickly and attention is building. Will Jay Z agree to a DNA test, or will another legal move delay things again? This situation is still unfolding, and 50 Cent seems determined to highlight every moment of it. Share your opinion in the comments and subscribe to stay updated, because this story may become even more intense.